Hello.
Hey!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome.
Season's greetings, one and all.
Welcome back.
God, it's been a long time, hasn't it, Rob?
It has. How long?
It's been a couple months
Yeah.
since we joined you last with the Zombie Survival
Zombie Survival, yeah.
episode, the season finale.
It was good fun. A lot of people enjoyed that one.
Yeah, just a quick note, we will be returning with part 2 of the Zombie Outbreak special in the new year, when we can, really.
Yeah.
When we can get everyone in a room again and let the good times roll.
Yeah, it was good. I also enjoyed the fact that you couldn't quite understand it.
Yeah. What you didn't really hear because, I cut a lot of it out. I just really didn't get the concept for a good 20 minutes. I kept interjecting and rewriting the story myself, and Rob's like, hang on a minute. This is my game. I've got it all written down.
Yeah, it was good fun. That
Yeah.
was. So that'll be back in episode 11, but for today we've got a Christmas special for you.
Yeah.
Thought it'd be nice to do a nice one-off Christmas special.
Yeah, round off 2020 in a positive light.
Yeah, as positive as can be.
Yeah, and just enjoy some Christmas vibes.
Yeah. What have you been up to then since the zombie outbreak episode? What have you been up to? I mean, a few things have happened. Obviously, we went back into lockdown.
Into lockdown
2.0,
yeah.
and we're out of that now.
It's just been a lot of the same, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we both had a bit of an early Christmas present, didn't we?
Oh,
November
yeah.
19th.
Oh, yeah.
Both proud owners of the PlayStation 5.
Disc edition.
Disc edition, yeah, the proper version.
It is an absolute beast.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Unlucky to all of you that didn't get one. Nah, we got one. Sorry.
To be fair, it kind of does feel like a bit like the PS4 when you could wait maybe like a half year or a year after release.
Yeah, you don't need one now.
And then it's like there'll be a lot more games out.
Yeah. It's a bit of a luxury to have one at the moment, but
Yeah.
it's what I ain't complaining.
Pretty cool. It's a blooming big console.
We're looking at it now, and it goes above halfway up his TV.
Yeah, and my TV is a 45-inch TV, and it's raised off of the counter as well on its little stand.
I love it though. It's a beaut.
Yeah, it's a really nice big Wi-Fi router.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait for Christmas to just get playing. What game did you buy with the console? Tell us the story.
I bought my very first PS5 game, which was Call of Duty Cold War, or Black Ops Cold War, whatever. Yeah, I owned that for a good week, about 4 or 5 days, and then sold it on eBay. Yeah, it's just not my thing.
You just really didn't enjoy it, did you?
No, I just didn't care.
Well, because it sounded like before you bought it, the main reason you wanted it was because it had gone back to like the old school, like kind of like going off of real wars instead of Modern Warfare, where they're like got exoskeletons and stuff.
These days it feels like a bit of a luxury if Call of Duty go back in time instead of just doing futuristic Halo crap. And obviously got ahead of myself, and it was more the fact that I spent 65 quid on a game that I knew I wasn't going to play, and it wasn't sitting right with me. It was just a bit too much money just to be like, well, I might pick it up in the future. It's just like, nah.
Yeah.
I can't take it back because you just can't really do that these days. So I was just like, you know what, I'll just stick it on eBay. It's cheaper because they're all locked to the same price. So as soon as someone sees one that's cheaper, they'll just jump on that. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Sold it pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, and you were quite excited about like the story mode, weren't you?
Yeah, I played a few missions, which again was weird because you had to download each mission separately.
Yeah, that's really
like
weird.
You finish one and then you like enjoying a game and you want to click next mission and it's like download.
Yeah, and you've got the disc.
And it's just it was just all this stuff that it was more work than anything.
Yeah.
So it's just like, whilst it's still really new and people are still wanting it, I'll just stick it on eBay.
Yeah.
£5 less than I paid for it.
Good idea.
Yeah. That money can go towards things I do want.
My game I got was the new Spiderman.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. It was really good. I did exactly the same as I did with the first one, and like fully completed it and platinumed it in like a week flat.
Yeah.
They're just, I don't know, they're just so much fun, and like as soon as I stopped playing, I'm like, oh, I want to go back on. The story was a little bit disappointing because it was so short.
Yeah.
But it was a really good story. Like it actually was like choking me up at the end a little bit. It was quite sad.
Damn.
Yeah. It was
Mr. Robot over there getting choked up.
Yeah. Well, because like the whole like story, they like really built the connection between these two characters quite well. But yeah, it was quite a sad ending. But it was good if you're looking for a good game to play. And it was really Christmassy because it was set in the build up to Christmas.
Snowy New York.
Yeah, snow everywhere. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. So you're like flying around New York, and there's like snow in Central Park, and
nice.
It was, and the like the lake in Central Park is like frozen. And
speaking of Christmas feelings, have you watched any Christmas films yet?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, it's quite bad. Me and Tasha only started last night with our first Christmas film. It's already the 12th of December as we record this now.
I keep thinking there's ages until Christmas, and I'm like, oh, it really isn't.
It's coming up quick.
Yeah, really isn't that long.
But it'll start feeling more Christmassy come Monday for you, won't it? Because you'll be going back to your parents, and that's where it starts, isn't it? Yeah, that'll be nice. Being with your family and
waking up to the smell of food cooking, all that good stuff. Love all that.
Yeah,
can't wait. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, you don't really get that here, do you? In your flat?
No, not really. Head home, start doing all those Christmas walks, Christmas films, Christmas TV shows, food. It's gonna be good.
Just being surrounded. You need to be in the right environment as well. It's not just listening to Christmas music and putting up decorations. You need to be in the right.
Yeah, there's something about like, because I used to be like a massive, you can vouch for this, a massive advocate of just as soon as December comes, Christmas music every day, all day. And I've kind of like changed a bit now where I don't really like listening to Christmas music outside of my parents' home.
Yeah,
like I like hearing like the song here and there, but I'd much rather listen to normal music because something feels a little bit off about just like listening to it by myself.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I'm at home and it's like all Christmassy, and I don't know, it just reminds me of being a kid, I guess.
It just feels like you have to, like the older you get, the harder you have to try to feel Christmassy.
Yeah.
So you have to do these certain things to elevate the vibes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. So what was the Christmas film you watched?
Start every Christmas season with Die Hard.
Oh, okay. Are you a bit of a Die Hard fan?
It was cool because we didn't watch it on a streaming service. In preparation for this, I went back to my mum's and got my old trilogy DVD set.
No way. Wait. DVD?
Yeah, DVD.
Not Blu-ray?
Not even Blu-ray.
Ew.
So it's the very discs that I grew up watching Die Hard on.
Oh god, that's disgusting.
Hey, we got a good.
What's the point?
We got a good Blu-ray player.
DVD, what's the point?
DVD upscaler.
Yeah, no, but it's just what's the point?
And it looked great.
No, if it's DVD,
it looked great. And there was these little digital artifacts that I knew were coming up because it's the same disc that I watched it for years and years on.
So there's like weird like glitches that are just on the disc.
Only things I would notice, Tash wouldn't, but. Again, it's just how I grew up watching it. Tradition.
Yeah.
Banger of the week's going to be cool this time. Let's go.
Oh, this is a banger. Now let's just see what this sounds like.
My Christmas banger of this week is my quintessential perfect Christmas song that gets Christmas started right for me, which is Wizard. I wish it could be Christmas every day. Absolute banger.
It is a good one.
It's just so good. So many good memories attached to the song. And if you agree with me that this is the best Christmas song ever, and don't say it's the Pogues and bloody
Fairy Tale of New York.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
Good song, but nothing beats that for me.
That's one of my dad's least favourite songs.
Oh yeah, he hates it, doesn't he?
He absolutely hates it.
Is it because of that? Shane?
Yeah, it's just because of the guy for some reason. Don't really know why, but
hey, put your feelings aside. He's not on this song. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, John.
Let's crank up a bit of Wizard.
Here we go.
Get it going.
When the snowman brings the snow. Come on, Rob. When the snowman brings the snow.
When the snowman brings the snow.
When the snowman brings the snow. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Hey. Oh, Posty, how you doing,
Posty.
boy? How you doing, boy?
We should ask Posty if he could make us a Christmas song for Bluray.
Yeah.
Hey, Austin Richard Post, could you make us a Christmas song?
Yeah, a bit of trivia, that's his name. You didn't know? Yeah, well, that was Wizard. You all know the song. I don't need to intro it or outro it. What a banger. Absolute
Great song.
Such energetic Christmas vibes.
Where were you the first time you ever heard it?
Oh, God. I don't know.
Do you have any, like, really random but, like, fond memories from, like, Christmas as a kid? I'll give you an example from, like...
You obviously have one.
Yeah, because it's, like, random. There's not really, like, any point to, like, telling it. But it's just something I always think of. So I always remember putting up Christmas decorations at home, obviously. And back in the day when, like, they're tacky now, but they weren't really at the time. Like, a lot of, like, thin plastic streamers.
Yeah.
And, like, things that would dangle from the ceiling. So we used to have these, like, red and gold Constantine streamers that you pull apart, and they're, like, really long.
Yeah, they're packed flat,
yeah.
And then you have to, like, pull them out.
So we used to have, like, 4 of them, and they would come from each corner of our living room into the centre.
Yeah.
And I just always remember, like, my mum putting them up and then having, like, the Christmas music playing. And because I was a little kid and I wasn't tall, I would just, like, spend, like, all day, like, jumping, trying to just tap them. And that's literally the memory, just, like, jumping around the living room trying to, like, you know, like when you try and, like, jump and hit a door frame in school. Mm-hmm. It's the same sort of thing, but just with Christmas music playing. And just for some reason,
little Robbie just trying to touch little tacky streamers.
Yeah, I always just remember that little, like, moment in time.
See, we always start Christmas really early. Even when we were kids, it would be like, I think you did the same. You would kind of go into your sister's room or whatever, and the kids would be the first ones up. Yeah. And then it's just like, do you reckon we can knock on mum and dad's door? Do you reckon? And then you get up, go down, dad stick the Andy Williams album on. The, like, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Just having that, like, really mellow Christmas music whilst you're opening your presents. Yeah. Mum would have the kettle on, making everyone teas. So we all had our same spots that we would sit. Yeah. Like in the living room, and dad would always be the gift giver, yeah. And he would read out every time. We would just make it last really long, like savour each present. Still do that to this day, and it's just great. And then Christmas dinner, we always listen to the same album and never listen to it any other time of the year other than when we're eating. And just little things like that. It's just, I love it.
It's just like there's something about the familiarity of, like, doing the same thing, like doing the exact same sort of stuff every year. I don't know, it's good.
I couldn't imagine it any other way. And to preface that, there was a couple of years ago when my mum wanted to put their tree somewhere different, and I kicked off big time. And beat them into submission, and they put it right where because it's a bit awkward, because if you sit in a certain part of the living room, you can't really see the telly properly. So it's like, I don't give a shit, mum. We're leaving the tree where it is. I don't even live there anymore, and I still dictate where the tree goes.
There's, because, like, obviously over the years, as much as you try and, like, keep the traditions the same, they do slightly change. Like we always used to put our Christmas tree in our conservatory, but, like, against the glass doors that go into, like, our living room. But since there's now, like, sofas in the conservatory, the, like, Christmas trees in the living room, so it's like,
sorry guys, Rob says conservatory really weird. He says conservatory. For years I've been trying to correct him, but he's a stubborn son of a gun.
I kind of just forget. Sorry, conservatory. Is that how you say it? Conservatory.
Conservatory.
I say conservatory.
Yeah, he puts an N in there for some reason. Obviously, a thing as a kid that's just never left his feeble little brain.
Pretty much.
I could just, if anyone was listening, could see them being like, what's he on about? Don't worry. But carry on.
Yes.
Sorry.
I always like your tradition of Christmas Eve, although it seems like that's kind of fizzled out a little bit.
For as long as I can remember, has been watching The Grinch, the Jim Carrey Grinch, the real one, at 8 p.m. every Christmas Eve. and I keep that going. Come hell or high water, I'm always there.
Missing out some info about how you used to do it. This is how Aidan told me he watches The Grinch at 8 o'clock on Christmas Eve. He said he turns off his phone, turns off like any communication stuff, shuts his door, and just sits. Like, this was back when he was still living with his parents.
Yeah.
Like, would sit on his bed cross-legged with tea and biscuits and just watch The Grinch undisturbed.
Yeah.
Exactly at 8 p.m.
Pretty much, yeah. And even before that, it was like, before you had to think about turning your phone off and stuff, it was just the exact same thing, but on VHS. Yeah. And I just shut the door, just had tea and biscuits. And, yeah. And now I've included Tash in the tradition.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Yeah, it hasn't happened every year. Sometimes, like back in the early days of the relationship, she used to work at McDonald's and do night shifts, and she'd be like, "Can't you just wait for me?" She's like, "No, 8 o'clock. I'm watching it, sucker." Yeah. I was talking to Tom Fay about this yesterday. I was like, I don't think I'm even going to watch Home Alone this year, because every year, every time I watch it, it feels like I've watched it a week ago.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm watching it like, God, this feels way too like fresh in my mind.
Yeah, too familiar.
Yeah, and it's kind of getting that way with The Grinch, only because I can literally say every single bloody word to that film.
Yeah. I like The Grinch. It's one of those films now that just kind of comes on at Christmas and I won't turn it off.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. It's kind of like that's kind of happened with Polar Express for me. Like, that's kind of my like Christmas Eve film, but I've watched it so many times that you find you get a little bit bored watching it.
Yeah,
because you just like,
the phone comes off aeroplane mode.
Yeah. And you just like start doing other stuff. But the thing is as well, my sister absolutely hates Polar Express, like with a passion.
See, I'm not the biggest fan of it. My mum loves it. I know you love it as well.
I think it's quite polarising. I think people either find it really boring or amazing. Most people who've said they don't like it haven't said that it's bad. They're just like, it's really boring.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's just not one of my go-tos at all.
Yeah.
Quite a controversial thing. I really don't like the film Elf.
Oh no, I hate it.
It's just,
can't stand it.
Yeah, I mean, I won't go as far as saying I hate it.
Oh, I will.
But I will I won't sit there and watch it if it's on.
Yeah.
And I will never seek it out. It's just something about it.
It's just not, like, I just really don't enjoy the sort of comedy in it. Like, it's a lot of like embarrassing comedy where you're meant to laugh because he's doing something that's embarrassing to do in public.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, that's not funny to me. That's not a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't like the like awkward humour, do you?
Yeah, I can't stand it. It like makes me cringe and just like my toes curl. I hate it. It's horrible. I watched like 5 minutes of American Pie and just turned it off and deleted it.
What, the OG ones?
Yeah.
Have you never watched them all the way through?
No. Because like everyone used to go on about them, so I was like, I'll check them out. And it was like the first 5 minutes, just like, I can't do this. This is awful. Just not my thing. And it's kind of it's even like with Jackass, like when they do some really public stuff that like they're kind of preying on the awkwardness of innocent bystanders.
Yeah,
that's when I like switch off or like I'll fast forward or not watch, because I'm just like, I don't.
When it's controlled fun, when it's just the gang.
Yeah, or like when like Wee Man is like surfing on the carpet. I don't know if that's actually a Jackass. That might be like
what, the red carpet when he's the king?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, that's a obscure moment to bring up. I like that.
But yeah, when he's like doing that, like that's funny because public who are watching it are like, oh no way, that's
it's really harmless, isn't it?
It's funny.
Just, people just sit there and take photos.
The public like laugh with them instead of we laugh at them.
Including like someone in public.
Yeah, I just feel bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Elf I just remember it being like that, and it's just like really, I don't know, Americans have this like way, like, you know how like we have Mrs. Brown's Boys
oh god
and Mr. Bean,
who you love, by the way.
Yeah. And it's that kind of like old UK comedy where it's like, I smash pumpkin, funny, like that sort of, just, it's funny because it's silly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really not my sort of thing. I hate it. But it seems to be this like old school comedy that's like come from like Carry On days.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. It's just kind of evolved from that. Elf is a good example of America's version of that.
Yeah.
It's like their weird kind of just, I don't know, just their weird American comedy that's just not funny. I'll tell you one really good Christmas film that is so underrated.
What's that?
The Holiday.
Oh yeah, that's on the list. That's number 2 for us, I believe.
That's such a great, it's like Love Actually Part 2.
Yeah.
It's got like the same vibe, same like star-studded cast.
I prefer The Holiday. Not just because of Jack Black, but I don't know, it's a very cosy film, isn't it?
It is a slightly better made film. Like Love Actually is notoriously like got plot holes all over the place and just awful, but it is a good.
It's just a film of A list, isn't it?
But yeah, The Holiday.
Yeah, it's
really good.
Corker in it.
And I'll tell you another good Christmas film that I don't even remember. Oh my god. So years ago, the way I actually watched this is pretty old school. So years ago, I used to subscribe to Love Film.
Oh,
yeah, Love Film. Back in the days before Netflix, subscribed to Love Film. I just used to do like the free trials because they always used to send out like cards that just had like coupons on for just 3 months. So I think one December was just like, I'll just find some like Christmas films and like random ones, and one of them was The Last Holiday with Queen Latifah.
Okay.
It was actually really good. I quite enjoyed watching it. It's really good. It's like one of those films that's got like a sad twist to it, but it was quite good.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
I'd never heard of it. I still don't really ever hear anyone talk about it, but it's really good. It's just maybe it's big in America. Has anybody listening watched The Last Holiday? If you haven't,
is there anyone listening?
Yeah. If you're looking for Christmas films and you haven't watched it already, I recommend The Last Holiday. Take that recommendation with a pinch of salt because I haven't watched it in like 7 or 8 years. Yeah,
this could be like when I made Tash watch Gone in 60 Seconds recently because I had fond memories of watching it when I was younger. Yeah. And then we both were sat there like, oh my God, this is Jesus Christ, this is bad. Oh my God, this is awful.
Yeah, it's quite a gut-wrenching feeling when you realise your childhood eyes deceived you.
Yeah, because it took quite a bit of convincing. She's like, honestly, no, you'll really like it. Yeah. She's like, what's it about? People nicking cars, but honestly, it's not like you'll really like it. And I'm kind of like turned to her to sort of apologise halfway through, like, there's not much longer of this.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so have a watch, and then if it's terrible, leave a comment.
Yeah, saying I watched it and it's awful. Let's do Christmas tune number 2.
This is a banger. Now let's just see what this sounds like.
One of my favourites is the one that you sang earlier, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. Like I really like that one because it's just, to me, it's like the sound equivalent of a cozy candle.
Yeah.
It's just so like
a roaring log fire.
Yeah. It's just so velvety and smooth. But that's not the one I'm picking.
What are you picking?
So the one I'm picking is kind of become like a new favourite just because, like, obviously I'm not living at my parents' anymore. I haven't done for quite a while. And there's just something nice about literally driving home for Christmas and listening.
I think we all know where he's going with this.
Listening to Driving Home from Christmas.
Driving Home from Christmas.
Yeah, that's quite a sad time.
Yeah.
Driving Home for Christmas by Chris Rea. R-E-A?
Chris Rea.
It's just such a good song, and it just like gives you the like mental image of everyone driving home for Christmas to like do the same thing.
Just seeing all those cars top to toe in tail lights. Yeah, I always thought the lyric was top to toe in tail lights, which makes sense still because they'll be stuck in traffic.
And the following line I think is, I got red lights all around.
Yeah,
but it'd be weird for him to say top to toe in tail lights. I've got red lights all around.
Soon there'll be a freeway, yeah.
Get my feet on.
Holy crap. I can't wait for this one. Stick it on.
Alright, here we go.
Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. I'm driving home for Christmas, yeah. Well, I'm moving down that line, and it's been so long, but I will be there. I sing this song to pass the time away, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. It's gonna take some time, but I'll get there. Top to toe in tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around, but soon there'll be a freeway, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through, and feel you near me. I'm driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories. I take a look at the driver next to me. He's just the same, just the same. Top to toe in tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around. I'm driving home for Christmas, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through. Go and feel you near me, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories. I take a look at the driver next to me. He's just the same. He's driving home, driving home, driving home for Christmas.
So there you have it.
Soon there'll be a freeway, yeah.
Get my feet on holy ground.
Yeah. It was going well then. I was actually enjoying singing it until we did that. Top to toe and tailbacks.
How about you tell us in the comments what your favourite Christmas song is?
Sing the night away.
There's been a lot of singing in this episode.
Driving. Well, it's Christmas, isn't it? You just sing the tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't Christmassy, but I got a couple new albums I want to talk about.
Ooh, go for it.
So, the first one, bit unexpected. I haven't paid attention to this band in the past. Seen that album artwork everywhere. It's just like one of those bands. Not small by any means. Tame Impala.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So their previous albums, I know a few songs off them, like the well, obviously everyone, I feel like everyone knows that riff. But they released a newer album. I can't remember what the title of the album's called, but it's got like a load of sand and like door archways in the album cover. It's so good. I can't stop listening to it. It's just something about it. It's just so like good.
Yeah, it does make sense that you'd like their music. So they're very
like
creative.
When I like listen to it on my like studio monitors, it like you can hear the production a bit more, and it's crazy some of like the effects they've done. Like there's a lot of flanger. Like you can hear it, like, because flanging does, like, I don't really understand what it does, but it just makes it feel like it's like that whole 8D audio style.
Like moving around you.
Yeah, and they've got like loads of that, and like just the production is just insane. It's so good. It's just so chilled, but also really good. And then the second album, kind of a big deal of a release, Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon, Part 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been out for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, and Man on the Moon 3 is basically all anyone's been waiting for to like finish the trilogy. I don't know, it's one of those weird things where everyone kind of knew it was a 3-part thing and that was it.
Yeah.
I don't even remember if that was ever said anywhere. After some weird music discovery with Speed and Bullet to Heaven, that was a weird album.
Oh, his like Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I've read the Pitchfork review of it and they absolutely laid into it. Just saying like how like the lyrics are awful. It's really repetitive. There's like nothing good in it.
Yeah.
It rips it apart.
So you can tell it's not his natural way of making music, or it's just like he's trying to be someone else.
Yeah. And then Man on the Moon 3, I've listened to it through about twice, I think. It's good. It is good. It's just, it's not very Man on the Moon-esque. But it kind of makes sense because he's not that person anymore. I'm excited to see where he goes after this. Those 2 albums, I'd really recommend listening to Tame Impala latest album. It's just so good.
I haven't discovered anything new or anything like that.
No.
Because obviously everyone was doing the Spotify Wrapped 2020, looking at what they've been listening to the most and stuff.
I love Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's so good.
But I don't really use Spotify. So I was getting really weird stuff coming up as like my top 5.
Yeah.
One of which was, what was it? Two Door Cinema Club. I was just like, I'd probably put that on in the car twice. Like, because I just don't use Spotify, and it's like, yeah, it's counted that.
You're still quite old school with like iTunes on your phone sort of thing, isn't it?
All the music that I love listening to, I own it on vinyl and stuff, so I will just play it. And but yeah, it was just quite funny because number 2 was a song called Destiny by 07, which is Sia's. Remember Sia?
Oh yeah.
It's her like OG band from the early 2000s.
Oh yeah.
And it's like their most popular song is
When I leave, I draw strength in you. And when you're lost, I know how.
Yeah, it's just a really like Sugar Babesy kind of early 2000s song.
Yeah.
And I just went through like a phase like a couple of months ago where I listened to it for a few days straight. Yeah. Just upstairs when I was like doing brand work. And yeah, that's now my number 2 most played song of 2020. I was like, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
Spotify's like the Xbox of music streaming services.
So just because of the colour. Apple Music is definitely the PS5. And then Napster is for, it's like a Nintendo Switch.
Napster. People still use that.
Is that still going?
I don't think so.
Or Pandora?
BearShare.
What the hell is that?
BearShare. God, Cassiers, if you're listening, remember when I got you to download me Tribute, Tenacious D, through BearShare and send the MP3 over MSN Messenger?
Nah,
it took about 5 hours. LimeWire, yeah. But that just ruined our home computer.
Yeah, because everyone just uploaded viruses and named it the file you were after.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, I think I tried downloading one thing off there, and it was just like, my computer was just like, don't do it.
Yeah.
I was just like, alright.
Don't!
Won't bother.
LimeWire, if you ever use that, give us a comment with some limes.
So
soon there'll be
So we want in the comments a pineapple, and then if you did use LimeWire, a lime.
Yeah, so pineapple for being in the awesome club.
Yeah, and then a lime for if you use LimeWire, and then your favourite Christmas song.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, you're blocked.
Yeah, just give us a comment. Just do something.
Please.
It really helps engagement.
Like, comment or subscribe, just one of them, please.
Yeah. Leaf Beetle, if you're listening, please.
Oh yeah, Leaf Beetle. Hope you're having a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Holidays, sorry.
Yeah. Wherever you are, whoever you are, it's good to have you.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Should we sing ourselves out?
What should we sing? Baby, if you've got to go.
What about Last Christmas?
Yes. So for this outro jingle, doing a bit different, we're going to sing to you a little bit. You ready? Last Christmas I gave you my heart, hey, but the very next day you gave it away.
Can you actually try? Take 2. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. You gave. I got Tom Dix in there. I go, not yet. You're too early with all that. Oh, that was.
I just get embarrassed singing, so I just go ridiculous with
just
it.
Ruin it. Just do your low.
Last Christmas.
Not that low.
Last Christmas
I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away.
This year to save me from tears.
It's not really in key, but I'll give it to someone
special.
Well, I think we'll end that there.
Thank you everyone for listening and for your continued support this year.
We'll be back in the new year with season 2 of the Only Ones Laughing podcast, and we'll kick off
with part 2 of the Zombie Apoc.
Yeah, we'll kick off season 2 with part 2. Have a great Christmas, everyone.
Great Christmas and holiday break.
And a lovely new year, hopefully, for everyone.
Yeah. Hopefully 2021 brings some better times.
You get